My first look using the Modern Renaissance palette is a super simple, natural, everyday type of look. To start out, I'm going in with Golden Ochre. This is possibly my favorite shade in this palette. I just love the color. I think it's super different from any palette. It's like this almost baby puke brown transition shade. I just love it. And I'm using that and I'm blending that out all over the lid, not super clean or anything. This is a super kind of easy, simple look, so I'm just getting the color in there. Next I'm taking Tempura. This is like a nice creamy matte shade. I'm using this to highlight my brow bone and inner corners. Next I'm going in with Burnt Orange. This is another great shade. This is one of my favorites. I'm taking this and focusing it mostly on the outer V of my eye, but then I'm kind of blending it in all over the lid. I just want this to be kind of like an all over brownish orangey look, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. Now I'm taking Raw Sienna. It's just like a little more of an earthy toned brown, and I'm using this to kind of deepen up that outer V area. Once I had that color packed on, I just took a big fluffy brush and kind of blended out the edges so there's no harsh lines. Then I went in with that same crease brush and the same Burnt Orange and Raw Sienna shade, and I just blended those on the lower lash line. Now I'm just coating my lashes with some Benefit Their Real Tinted Primer. I wanted this look to be nice and natural looking, so I did go in with this brown mascara. I think it went well with the look. After that, I popped on some lashes and then the look was complete. I love this for a super natural day when I just want kind of a flush of color on my lids just to give my eyes some definition. It's so pretty. My second look is this beautiful warm red toned smoky eye. I'm starting out with Golden Ochre again and using that same fluffy brush and blending it all over my crease as a transition shade. I then went in with some Burnt Orange on a little more defined of a brush and blended this all throughout the crease. I kind of want this to just be like a gradient effect. So I'm basically going in with the lightest shades and then gradually going darker. This is just going to make it nice and blown out, and that's what I wanted for this look. I then took some Raw Sienna on that same brush just to deepen up the crease area. Again, just deepening up as I go. Next I'm taking Real Gar, which is a little bit more of a dark burnt orange shade. It's so gorgeous, and I'm packing this on the outer corner to give that area some definition. And also for the next few steps, I am using the brush that comes in the palette right here. It is such a good brush, and I love that because most palettes come with a really crappy brush, but it's actually really nice. I like it. Then I took this red ochre shade, which is more of like a red brick color, and I just flipped the brush around for the more defined end, and I'm packing that again in the outer V of my eye. Now I'm taking Antique Bronze, which is probably my second favorite shade in this palette. It's so unique to anything I've seen, it's so pretty. And I'm packing this all over my lid with this little Wet n Wild brush. Now I'm taking red ochre on a really defined brush and I'm packing that very tightly on my lower lash line. Now I'm taking a pencil brush and picking up the shade Real Gar and just blending out that lower lash line. Now I'm really smoking out that lower lash line with some burnt orange and a really fluffy crease brush. This is just going to make it nice and smoky under there. I'm coating my lashes with that same Benefit Tinted Primer and then popping on some lashes. I did go over my waterline with a brown eyeliner. This just kind of smoked out the look even more. It was so pretty. And once I got my lashes on, this was the finished look. If you love warm tones, this look is definitely for you. It turned out so gorgeous. Look number 3 is a super cool partial cut crease using the cool tones from the palette. I'm using some Scotch tape to create that sharp edge on the outer corner. Now I'm taking the color Warm Taupe and I'm taking that same big fluffy brush I've been using in my crease and I'm blending this out as my transition shade. Once I had that shade nice and blended out in my crease, I went over it with Bon Fresco. It's just this nice, like, almost lavendery purple, and I went over that just to give it a little more cool toned effect. Now I'm taking this nice chocolate brown called Cypress Umber and I'm taking on a super defined brush, and this is what I'm doing to like create that cut crease look. So you basically just want to carve out the crease area with the shadow and create a super harsh line and then slightly blend it out later. And once I got to that outer corner, I did wing it out pretty dramatically because I wanted this to be more of a dramatic winged look. Once I had that line in place, I just took a pencil brush and that Warm Taupe shade and blended out that area just a little bit to not have any harsh lines. To make that cut crease a little more crisp and clean, I'm just cleaning up my lid area with some concealer on a super small shader brush. It's just going to make sure that that color I put on my lid pops and the line between that shade and then that dark chocolate brown shade is nice and sharp. So I wanted this look to be a partial cut crease, so what I'm doing here is I'm keeping the outer corner nice and smoky, and then the cut crease is just going to be in the inner corner. So I'm taking that dark brown shade and I'm deepening up that outer V area. Then I took a little bit fluffier of a brush and that Warm Taupe shade and just blended out that outer corner area. Now I'm taking a shader brush and picking up the shade Vermeer, which is this nice like frosty champagne shade, and I'm popping that on my lid that I wanted that cut crease to be. So I'm keeping it mostly on the inner corner and then kind of blending it out once I get to the middle and the outer corner area. Now I'm just taking a little bit of tempera and using that to highlight my brow bone. Once you've got the shadow to your liking, you can go ahead and peel off the tape and you have this super nice sharp outer area. I also did go in with a makeup wipe and kind of clean up and shorten that wing because it went out super far past my eyebrow, so I kind of just shortened it so it wasn't so intense. And then I also just did some slight blending on that outer corner area just so it wasn't too harsh. Next I just coated my lashes with some L'Oreal Butterfly mascara. This is like the weirdest wand ever and it actually works really good though, so I was pretty impressed. Once I had my lashes on, I did go back and kind of deepen up that outer V area some more just because I felt like I needed a little more definition. Then I took that same definer brush and that dark chocolate shade and I packed that very tightly on the bottom lash line. Then with that same pencil brush, I went and blended out with the warm taupe shade. Then I just further blended out that bottom lash line with a little bit fluffier of a blush and that Bon Fresco shade. Then I'm taking tempera again and highlighting my inner corners. I'm terrible at doing this on camera, I'm sorry, but I did go in with the NYX, I think they're the Wonder Liners, I'm not sure, but I just took a cream liner from NYX and I applied that in my waterline just to kind of brighten up my eye. Now I'm just coating my bottom lashes with the Benefit Tinted Lash Primer again. And that is the finished look. I love this one just because it shows how to use the cool tones from the palette, and you know, a lot of people kind of name this as just a warm tone palette, but you can really get a nice cool toned look with this palette as well. And there you have it, 3 ways to wear the Modern Renaissance palette. They're all super different. That's kind of what I wanted to do, just to show the versatility of this palette because it is super versatile. That's the reason I love it so much. And it's just gorgeous. I've used it every single day since I bought it. I totally recommend it. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!